Hi Girl Boss Beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here checking out a video for the very first time, thank you for joining me. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and welcome to the Girl Boss Beauty community. I'm Stacey Elaine. In today's video, I am super excited to give you a foundation review. If you don't know, I am on a no-buy challenge for all of 2019, which means I cannot buy any new foundation unless I use up all of my old foundations. And that is just not happening because I started the year with way too much foundation for a sane person. Let me just tell you that. So at the end of 2018, probably like October, the end of October, beginning of November, I bought the foundation I'm reviewing today, the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I have it in the shade 5N. So I purchased this foundation from Sephora, Houston Galleria, and I had a bit of problem finding my shade. I settled on one in November, and so this is kind of just my winter shade. This is not a foundation that I found matches me in the summer. I would definitely have had to have bought another shade to wear it in the warmer months here in Houston, Texas. But for all intents and purposes, as soon as my skin lightened back up, I went back to this foundation and I have a statement to make. Let me just say it right now. This is one of the most beautiful liquid foundations I've ever tried. Okay. So I'm starting this video off with no foundation on so that you can see how my skin looks just bare. I did put on my primer, and today I'm using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. Looks like this, but this is what, my bare skin looks like. This is a very liquid foundation. It is watery. And water is not even the first ingredient. So let me shake it. You can hear that? It is not thick. I don't want you to think it's thick at all. So I'm going to read what Dior says about this because I was very upset when Dior pulled my favorite liquid foundation, which was Dior Star. I did a video over that. I raved about it. Many of you followed me because of that video. Hey girl, hey. And I love the Dior Star foundation. And they pulled that and then they came out with this. And it looks cheap. It's in plastic bottles. Everything came, like they have foundation, concealer, they have primer. They have even eyeshadow quads that came in the Backstage line. And to me, it all looks cheap. This looks like it could be in like the drugstore. The Dior Star looks luxurious. It also costs, I think, $45 or $50 a bottle. Whereas the Dior Backstage Face and Body is $40. And you get 1.6 fluid ounces. So you normally would just get 1 ounce of foundation for whatever price, but this is 1.6 fluid ounces, so they gave you a little more. I feel like they give you a little more because you're going to need to use more. You're not going to be able, if you want even a light coverage, I say you're going to need 2 applications. But I'll tell you what Dior says. I'm on Dior's website, and I'm going to tell you why they say they came up with this. The Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation is the Dior makeup artist's secret weapon to instantly flawless complexion with ultra buildable coverage from a natural nude glow. So if you use the least amount, you're just going to end up with a natural nude glow. And then if you really ultra build it up, you're going to end up with high coverage perfection. So what it says is its fluid texture and second skin finish it leaves this ultra buildable foundation to give you a custom made intensity. So this is why I think it's one of the best ones out there. They didn't give you 1 ounce and I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up. They didn't give you 1 ounce and be like, yeah, but you're gonna need to use 3 or 4 times that amount. They gave you more product, almost double the amount of product, so that you can build it up as you wish. And I love that. Okay. It says it is extreme condition proof for 91% of women. So I'm going to tell you what the conditions are that they say this foundation will last through. It creates an invisible mesh on the skin and resists extreme conditions workout sessions. Jigga, what? What? Water. It resists water, extreme temperatures, and humid environments. It even resists the bright lights both backstage and above the catwalk. So I am 5N. I had a 6N shade initially. I even had a 5W shade, and they were both off. I felt like they were much too red and a little dark for me. So I settled on 5N. I will show you what it looks like. This. So this ended up being my perfect shade. I'm going to just take this one glob that came out, and I'm going to put it on my face. So you can see what one layer looks like. Now they say to get the most natural glow or natural finish to use your fingers and just apply one layer. I'm not doing that because I'm not that basic. I don't want natural makeup like that. So I'm using a brush. I'm getting closer. And this is what one little glob looks like. It does not really cover. So I'm going to add another squeeze. They say to get the fullest coverage to apply in circles. So really just buff it into your skin. You can tell it's like a beautiful glow on the skin, still not covering too much, but that's what my hand looks like. I'm like trying to get every bit off. Because this is a face and body foundation, they try to say, you know, it's sweat proof and transfer proof. I put on this white collared dress so that we can test that out. Third squeeze. Now you can kind of see where it's building up. Put that around my mouth where it's discolored. They do say that 3 shades or 3 pumps is what gets you full coverage of this. And this is what I'm gonna stop with, the 3 pumps. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna bring it down because we're gonna kind of test, is it transfer proof with my white collar here. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to use a powder to set. I'm not going to use a setting powder, but what I am going to use is a finishing powder, which is the Hourglass Radiant Light Powder. And I've had this a very long time, and thankfully it lasts forever. But this is not going to set any makeup. It's just going to give a nice finish to the skin. The Sephora Featherweight Fan Brush. And this is what I use. So I don't want to put anything else with a pigment on top of this, because if it transfers, I don't want it to be the powder. So this is what I'm looking like now. There's nothing on my collar, and I will be back when I finish the rest of my makeup. I am finished with my makeup now, just very minimal makeup for the rest of the day, with a bold red lip, as you can see. And this is what the foundation looks like. It's very natural, but when I take pictures, dare I say I'm flawless, even though like I look better in the pictures than I think I do in real life sometimes when I'm wearing this makeup. It's crazy how great you are photographed in this. I am not using any special filters on this camera. You can still see the hyperpigmentation there peeking through. It is not totally covered, but I just feel pretty and like myself. I don't feel beat to the gods, unnatural. I feel like just like Stacy, and that is the best compliment a foundation can give me, that I feel this great, but not perfect. But I look perfect when you take my picture. It's mind-blowing. Like, it's like Wacko Jacko. I don't know what they did. The skin-like finish that they claim that it has. Wait, one of my lights went off. The skin-like finish that they claim that it has, I totally agree with it. Now, is it transfer proof? I dribbled some on my collar here, you can see. So that happens almost every time. It's so watery that my recommendation is to not have on your outfit when you put this makeup on. And you can see on my collar that, see, there's a little makeup here. And you know, it's not horrible, but it did transfer, I guess, just a little bit before it was fully set. In terms of the foundation, it's a good transfer resistance. It's not 100%, but it is transfer resistant. I really do like it, and it does stay on a whole long time. And so in my opinion, it is Girl Boss Beauty approved. It is approved for work. And so I feel totally appropriate. If you're someone who only likes one foundation, I think this is a great option for you, because you can make it look how you want it to look. You can build it how you want it to build up. You can be as beat or as natural as you like. So if you have used the Dior Face and Body foundation, let me know your thoughts on it. If you're around my shade, let me know what shade you chose, because like I said, if I had tried to choose this in the summer, I would have gone with a totally different shade. This is definitely my kind of winter shade, but I do think it is perfect. And they have 40 shades, you guys. So I do think they have 40 shades and 6 undertones. So I think there's a shade for everyone, honestly. And I love that I'm 5 in, and there are probably 12 shades darker than me, and I absolutely love it. So I think Dior did a great job with this one. I'm not perfect, but I'm beautiful, and that is what they should have said. Like, Dior Backstage, you won't look perfect, but you'll look beautiful. All right, that's all I got for today. As I always say, be blessed to be a blessing, Girl Boss Beauties. Bye.